Have you ever found yourself holding on to the wall just a second longer than you used to? Maybe reaching for something in the cupboard feels a bit trickier now, or stepping off the curb makes you pause and steady yourself. It sneaks up on us, doesn't it? That slow shift where things that were once automatic suddenly require more attention. If this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, and more importantly, there's something you can do about it. Staying steady on your feet as you get older isn't just about avoiding the occasional stumble. It's about keeping your independence, your confidence, and your freedom. The truth is, after 60, your body changes in ways that can affect your balance, strength, and coordination. But that doesn't mean you're stuck with it. In fact, there are simple exercises that, if done regularly, can help you stay active, mobile, and on your feet for years to come. In this video, we're going to walk through 6 powerful exercises that are especially helpful after 60. They're easy to do, don't require fancy equipment, and best of all, they really work. These aren't intense workouts or anything extreme. They're gentle, targeted movements that help strengthen the muscles you rely on every single day, improve your balance, and protect you from falls. So, whether you're already active or just getting started, this is for you. Let's begin with something that might surprise you. Not a high-intensity workout, but a simple shift in how you use your feet. Our feet are like the foundation of a house. If they're weak or unstable, everything above starts to wobble. That's why one of the most overlooked but powerful exercises for staying on your feet is something called the heel-to-toe walk. Sounds easy, right? But don't underestimate it. Just stand up straight, place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching the toes of the opposite foot, and walk forward slowly in a straight line. It's a bit like walking on a tightrope, only on the floor. This movement works wonders for your balance and coordination. You might feel a little wobbly at first, and that's okay. That wobble is actually your muscles working to stabilize you. If you need to, start by holding onto the back of a chair or walking along the kitchen counter. Over time, your legs, ankles, and core muscles will strengthen, and you'll feel more confident walking on uneven ground or stepping around obstacles. Now, while heel-to-toe walking helps with balance, let's talk about something that tackles strength, and that's sit-to-stand exercises. This one couldn't be more straightforward. You just sit down in a sturdy chair, then stand up again and repeat. No hands if you can. That's it. But don't let the simplicity fool you. This movement targets your thighs, glutes, and core, some of the most important muscles for staying upright and mobile. Why does this matter? Because these are the muscles you rely on every time you get up from the couch, climb stairs, or even just rise out of bed in the morning. And the stronger they are, the easier those tasks become. Think about how many times a day you sit and stand. This exercise takes what you already do and turns it into a powerful way to build strength. Start with 5 repetitions a day, then work your way up as it gets easier. Even just doing this while waiting for your coffee to brew can make a real difference. But strength and balance are only part of the equation. Flexibility plays a role, too. If your muscles and joints are stiff, it becomes harder to move freely, and that increases your chances of tripping or falling. That brings us to one of the most underrated movements for flexibility and stability, calf raises. These are just what they sound like. Stand behind a chair for support, raise your heels slowly off the ground so you're standing on your toes. Hold for a second, then lower back down. Do this slowly and with control. You'll feel the back of your legs working. Those are your calves, and they play a huge role in helping you push off the ground when you walk and keeping you steady when you stop or change direction suddenly. And here's something else. They also help improve circulation, which can reduce that heavy, sluggish feeling in your legs. You can sneak these into your day while brushing your teeth or waiting for the microwave. The key is consistency. Just a few at a time, every day, and your lower legs will start to feel stronger, more stable, and more alive. As we go through these exercises, you might be wondering, do I really need to do all of them? What if I already walk every day or do light gardening? And the answer is, that's fantastic. Any movement is better than none. But these exercises are designed to target specific areas that tend to weaken with age, the muscles and movements that keep us upright, mobile, and confident. They're not meant to replace the things you love doing, but to support them, so you can keep doing those things longer and with less risk of injury. And the beauty of it is you don't need a gym, fancy clothes, or even a lot of time. Just a few minutes a day, a little consistency, and a willingness to take care of the body that carries you through life. So, now that we've looked at how heel-to-toe walking, sit-to-stand exercises, and calf raises can support your balance, strength, and flexibility, let's keep that momentum going. There are a few more gentle, powerful movements I want to share with you, ones that are just as effective and just as easy to start. One of the most valuable things you can give your body after 60 is stability, the kind that keeps you grounded when you reach, twist, or shift your weight. And for that, we need to talk about one of the body's most important stabilizers, your core. Now, when people hear core, they often think of crunches or sit-ups. But that's not what we're doing here. In fact, you don't even need to get on the floor. There's a gentle but incredibly effective way to engage your core muscles while also helping your balance. And that's by simply doing standing knee lifts. You can hold onto the back of a chair if you like. Stand tall. Lift one knee slowly up toward your chest. Hold it for a few seconds, then lower it back down and switch sides. It's a small movement, but don't let that fool you. Your abs, hips, and lower back are all working together to help you stay steady. And every time you lift, hold, and lower with control, you're training your core to do its job, keeping you centered and strong no matter how you move. The best part is, this one can be done while watching TV, chatting on the phone, or just taking a break between chores. It helps improve your posture, too. You'll start to feel a little taller, a little more upright, and even a little more confident. And that's no small thing, especially when walking down a busy sidewalk or stepping onto an escalator. Now, while we're on the subject of posture and confidence, let's focus for a moment on your back and shoulders. Over time, many people start around their shoulders and tilt forward without even realizing it. It's just something that happens slowly, through years of sitting, leaning, or compensating for stiff joints. But this forward posture throws off your balance and makes it harder to catch yourself if you start to fall. That's where a simple movement, like wall push-ups, can make a big difference. They're exactly what they sound like. Stand about an arm's length from a wall. Place your hands flat on it at shoulder height and slowly bend your elbows to bring your chest toward the wall. Then push back. You're working your chest, shoulders, and arms. But more importantly, you're strengthening the muscles in your upper back that help pull your shoulders back and open up your chest. And no, you don't need to do dozens. Even 5 to 10 a day can start to improve your posture and give you a better sense of control over your upper body. Think of it as reminding your muscles to stand tall, like your body saying, "I've still got it." Something else you might notice as you get older is that quick, sharp movements aren't quite as easy as they used to be. Maybe it takes an extra second to react when the phone rings, or to catch yourself if you trip on a rug. That's because, along with muscle imbalance, our reaction time can also slow down with age. But here's the good news. Just like strength and flexibility, reaction time can be trained. One of the best exercises for this is called the weight shift. It's incredibly simple, but deeply effective. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart, and slowly shift your weight to one foot while lifting the other just a couple inches off the ground. Then switch. Do this slowly, back and forth, and you'll start to feel your ankles, legs, and core working together to keep you steady. Over time, you can make it a little harder by closing your eyes for a second or lifting your foot a little higher. But even just the basic version helps teach your body to respond more quickly and confidently when your balance is challenged. And the beauty of all of this, every exercise we've talked about so far, is that it builds on the others. Your calf raises support your knee lifts. Your sit-to-stand support your posture. Your weight shifts help you feel more grounded in every movement. It's all connected. You're not just working out individual muscles. You're helping your whole body work better together. Now, I know it might seem like a lot to take in, especially if exercise hasn't been a big part of your routine until now. But remember, none of these movements require hours at a time. You can spread them out throughout your day. A few heel-to-toe steps on your way to the kitchen. A couple sit-to-stands before lunch. A few wall push-ups after brushing your teeth. The key isn't perfection, it's repetition. And if there's ever a day where you feel tired or unmotivated, just remind yourself of this. Every single time you do these exercises, you're investing in your independence. You're making it more likely that you'll be able to carry your groceries, play with your grandkids, take long walks, and get out of a chair without worrying about who's around to help. These aren't just exercises. They're tools for freedom. Of course, always listen to your body. If something hurts, stop. If you're not sure where to begin, start small. And if you need help, talk to a healthcare provider or physical therapist who can guide you based on your personal needs. But don't underestimate what even a few small changes can do. Movement is powerful, especially when you do it with intention. So as you go about your day today, maybe try one of these exercises. Just one. Feel how your body responds. Notice how something so simple can make you feel more alive, more present, and more capable. Once you started feeling that little spark of strength returning, whether from standing taller, moving more confidently, or just realizing you don't have to grip the handrail as tightly anymore, it becomes easier to keep going. That's the magic of momentum. And now that we build a solid foundation with exercises that strengthen your legs, improve balance, and activate your core, it's time to bring in one final movement that ties everything together. It's called a single leg stand, and at first glance, it might seem almost too simple. You just stand on one foot. That's it. But give it a try, and you'll see why it's one of the most powerful tools in your balance toolbox. You can start by standing next to a counter or a sturdy chair for support. Lift one foot just a few inches off the ground. Keep your posture tall, and hold for as long as you can, 10 seconds, 20, maybe 30. Then switch sides. What this does is activate nearly every stabilizing muscle in your body. Your ankle, knee, hip, and even your back are all working together to keep you from swaying. Over time, your body becomes more familiar with those little shifts, those micro adjustments, and your reaction time improves. This is a kind of movement that prepares you for real-life situations, like stepping off a curb, walking on gravel, or catching yourself if you trip over the dog's chew toy. And it's not about how long you can stand perfectly still. It's about what your body learns while trying. The tiny shakes you might feel, that's your body working things out. That's your nervous system waking up and strengthening the connection between your brain and your muscles. You're training your body to be responsive, stable, and self-correcting. That's not just fitness, that's fall prevention. That's independence. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, all right, I got these exercises, but how do I actually make this stick? And that's such a good question, because the truth is, knowing what to do isn't the hard part. It's doing it consistently. That's where habits come in. And when it comes to staying on your feet for life, consistency really is your secret weapon. You don't need to set aside an hour every day. In fact, weaving these movements into your daily routine is often more sustainable. Do calf raises while you wait for your coffee to brew. Try a few sit-to-stands during TV commercials. Practice a single leg stand while brushing your teeth. The key is repetition, not perfection. Every small moment you choose to move is a moment you're building strength, stability, and confidence. And here's something important to remember. You don't have to wait until you feel stronger to start. In fact, it's the starting that makes you stronger. Even if you're starting from a place of stiffness, low energy, or even fear, taking that first step, literally or figuratively, opens the door to progress. Because this isn't just about exercise. It's about your life. About keeping your freedom to go where you want, do what you love, and live on your own terms. Whether that's gardening, traveling, dancing, or simply walking to the mailbox without worry, it all comes back to how steady and secure you feel on your feet. These 6 exercises, heel-to-toe walking, sit-to-stand movements, calf raises, standing knee lifts, wall push-ups, and single-leg stands, may seem simple, but together, they form a powerful routine that supports your body in all the right ways. They're not flashy, and they don't require any fancy equipment, but they work. They really do. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel steady. And you absolutely deserve to feel confident walking into every room, stepping over every threshold, and waking up every morning knowing your body can support you. So if you've been feeling uncertain or even a little discouraged about how aging has affected your movement, I want you to know this. It's never too late to take back control. Your body is more adaptable than you think. With just a few minutes a day, you can build a foundation that supports not only your balance, but your entire lifestyle. And remember, you're not alone in this. There are so many others, maybe even watching this right now, who are choosing, just like you, to stay active, stay mobile, and stay upright. So if you've tried one of these exercises already or you're planning to start today, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and share your experience. Your story might be exactly the encouragement someone else needs to keep going. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up so more people can discover it too. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more practical, uplifting content to help you live your best life after 60. Here's to strong legs, steady feet, and a life filled with movement, freedom, and joy. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're right under your feet, ready for you to take the next step.